and welcome to my channel. I am Osaka. This is my first video for 2023. Before we begin, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. Today, I will be telling you a story that I made up called The CupCake Meow. Silly title, I know. I am still trying to figure out what I really want to do for my channel. If you have any ideas, please leave your ideas in the comment section below, and who knows, maybe I'll make a video of it. Once again, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's begin. There once was a young couple named Mary and Dan, who had been madly in love for many years. They had been through thick and thin together, and were ready to take the next step in their relationship, marriage. However, they were both so poor and barely getting by. They both had lost their parents at a young age and were in so much debt. Dan had lost his job again, and Mary hated her job and how everyone seems to bully her. They lived in a run-down, trashy part of the city where the crime rate was dangerously high. It seemed no matter how hard they tried to succeed, they were always knocked down. But the love they shared was always there. They knew that getting married was a big decision and very expensive. They wanted to make sure they were making the right choice, so they decided to take a road trip to the mountains to think and talk things through. They remembered how fun it was to stay in a rented cabin by the lake as children when both their families would camp out together. After a few hours of driving, they stopped by a small bakery to get a snack. The food there looked so good and smelled wonderful. Holding hands, they entered the bakery. Little did they know that the bakery was run by a witch who was known for her amazing foods and treats. She had been watching the young couple, and when they came to her bakery, she decided to give them a free special gift for them to enjoy: freshly baked cupcakes. She put a drop of a potion into their cupcakes without them knowing, and sent them on their way. Dan wanted to eat the cupcakes right away, but Mary stopped him, telling him, "We're so close to the cabin, my love. Let's have a nice lunch there and then enjoy our treats after." With a big sigh, Dan nods and agrees. Mary and Dan then returns to their car and heads back onto the road to the cabin. When the couple arrived to their destination, they both entered the cabin. They both were so shocked upon seeing how beautiful it was. "This can't be right. Maybe we got the wrong cabin. I paid for the $15 a night cabin. This place looks so expensive, like someone famous lives here," Dan says as he goes to check to see if they were in the right one. And they were. Wow, they really updated this place and kept the price so cheap. Amazing, Dan said with a big smile. The cabin was full of fresh foods and drinks. There was also a note with both Mary and Dan's name on it on the table, thanking them for renting the cabin. After unpacking, Dan and Mary went for a swim in the lake. It was such a beautiful, perfect day. After relaxing in the sun and having lunch, they decided to eat their cupcakes. They were both feeling a little strange, but couldn't quite put their finger on what it was. Neither of them had known what the witch had done. Suddenly, they both were so exhausted. They thought it must be from the long drive that they decided to go take a nap. Mary and Dan both changed and got into bed together, holding each other as they slept. What they thought would be a short nap ended up being many hours. Before long, it was the next day. It was then that the young couple woke to find that something had changed. At first, their vision was blurry, and they had a hard time moving correctly, both turning over to look at each other in bed, but were shocked at what they saw. They both had tails and furry ears. They were now cats. The couple were very upset and both tried to cry out, yell, and scream for help. But only long meows and howls came out. Yet somehow they could still understand each other. They soon discovered that they still had the same feeling of love and compassion they had shared before they were transformed. In fact, they found the new forms quite enjoyable. Soon the witch arrived to the cabin. She told them her name was Maple. Maple then told them of what she had done and her reason for it. Turns out, she was a cat herself, but she lost her soulmate when they both turned to humans. Greed, lust, government, politics, and money issues had caused her and her love to hate life. She spoke of how she lost him when he took his own life. She made a promise to not let it happen to any couple who were true soulmates. She saw their future and how they would have the same fate before they had arrived to her bakery. Maple told them how she was more than over 700 years old, that her reading of the future was never wrong. This was why she turned them into cats. As the witch spoke, they could feel her deep pain and heartbreak. She told them there was no way to turn them back. She told them she would bring them food every day, and that the cabin was theirs. The witch then got up and left. The couple, still upset about being changed without their consent, decided to enjoy their new life form and live out their lives in harmony and love. As cats, they came to see how free they both were from all the stress of a human life. Neither of them had a family, so there wasn't anyone to miss besides a few friends. They had one another. That was all that mattered to them. So they lived happily ever after as cats. The end. Meow. Well, I hope you enjoyed my short story. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. I am Asaka, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye. Arigato.